G'day, I'm Paul from Paul Reed Homes, and today I'd like to share my own really special Anzac Day story with you. Come and have a look at this. Today I'd like to share the story of my grandfather, who I never met. Recently I've been researching his service records. It's a picture of my grandfather. It's Gordon Reed before he went off to World War One. A closer picture for you. I'm not sure if you can see any likeness there, but he joined the New Zealand Expeditionary Force and was immediately shipped off to Gallipoli in 1915. Amazing what these guys did, and the more you look into their service records and read the accounts of the battles they were in, the more humbling it actually is. He managed to survive Gallipoli, the Battle of the Somme, Machine, and Passchendaele. Truly incredible. Archives New Zealand has done an amazing job of electronically archiving all these service records. They are incredibly hard to read. The handwriting is very difficult, and it can sometimes take hours to work out just what one line means. But so far I've managed to find that Gordon was wounded at the start of the Battle of the Somme at a place called Montchier, which was in France in June 1916, which was just before the Battle of the Somme, or as it was getting underway. He was evacuated to England, to a hospital called Brockenhurst. And again online, amazingly, the digital world we live in, a picture of the New Zealand hospital wing, or of that particular hospital. When we read his service records, he was actually wounded more than once, but that appears to be the largest wound or largest injury. Really astounded the way these guys were treated. In the service records there's a sheet, conduct sheet, and believe it or not, he was actually charged for, as the line says, urinating in the lines, and from what I can tell that basically means the lines, the battle lines. So the poor guy stopped to have a leak and was immediately charged for that. The charge was 5 days of field punishment number 2. Believe it or not, is 5 days hard labour. So that ungentlemanly act of having a wee as you were supposed to be fighting incurred a charge, which I think is just appalling when we look back at how they were treated. That's the really quick overview of my grandfather. And we've actually honoured him in my office in the last week by putting up a display of some tools that he used. So after coming back from the war, he became a plasterer and also built some homes. So I guess that building lineage goes way back to there at least. So let's come and have a look at some of these cool tools. So really proud of this. We've just put this up in the past few days, really because of Anzac Day and to recognise my grandfather. This is just a small selection of some of the tools that he used, and undoubtedly they go right back, I would say, to the 1920s, so basically 100 years old. Some of them you'll recognise, such as cross-cut saws, brace and bit for drilling. Some of these others, funny looking planes, they're called throating planes, and they're used for making mouldings, and timber windows, all by hand. Really truly amazing. Also here we've got some homemade plastering tools for doing decorative plastering. So in those days plasterers did internal and external plastering, they weren't split trades. So really amazing. I'm really humbled actually to have this here, and thanks very much for watching.